Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Jordan, and today I'm going to be talking about X, the 2022 horror film that just came out a couple days ago. I've only seen it once. I just seen it today, actually, a few hours ago. It's an A24 film directed by T.I. West, and I'm really excited to talk about it today. As usual, we will get straight into the video. Do not forget to like if you enjoy the video, comment down below your thoughts on the film, and subscribe if you're new, of course, for more content like this. And we're going to get straight into this. Now, as usual, I will start off with the cast. I don't know all the cast by heart, and I do remember the characters' names, but I would have to think of them for a second. So I went ahead and wrote them down to make it a lot easier. So, of course, we have Jenna Ortega as Lorraine, Mia Goth as Maxine, and apparently Pearl as well, who is the old lady, which we're going to talk about later. Brittany Snow, who plays Bobby Lynn, Kid Cudi, who plays Jackson Hole, Martin Henderson, who plays Wayne, Owen Campbell, who plays RJ, and Stephen Uri, who plays Howard, which I'm assuming is the old guy. Yeah, it's the old guy. That's his name. Now, starting off with my positives, my pros, I really enjoy the setting. It's set in 1979, and it's on like a farm or, this land that this elderly couple owns. And it's a really great setting. I've heard people compare it to like Texas, like the way Texas Chainsaw Massacre feels, and it kind of does feel like that, which is a good thing. It has a really great atmosphere, and it's shot very well. And man, they really did a good job in making it feel like it was a part of the 70s. From the camera equipment and just the clothes that they're wearing. I really think they did a good job with that, with the whole entire setting and just the atmosphere of everything. And next, for my pros, I want to talk about the story. I think the story is really great. It's basically a story about a group of young adults, of course, traveling to this farm, as I said earlier, and they're trying to shoot this dirty movie, this X-rated film. And the couple, they obviously don't know. They didn't tell them. The old guy is basically, he was only expecting like either Wayne or just like Wayne and like a couple other people, but he brings all these people to his land, and so he pays them extra, of course. And he talks about his wife and how she doesn't like to be disturbed. I think that's what he said. And of course it kicks off just like that, and eventually they start all getting picked off one by one. That's basically the premise of the story. And it's done really well, man. Like, it's paced incredibly, and the writing is incredible. Those are my next two positives: the pacing and writing. The pacing felt so good because, dude, it didn't feel like I never got bored, man. Like, it felt like everything that was shot was needed in the movie. It didn't feel like any time was wasted. The dialogue was great. And of course, going straight into another one of my positives is the comedy elements, man. Like, going hand in hand with the writing. Like, some of these some of the stuff in this movie is hilarious, man. Like, just a lot of things made me laugh. The first thing I can remember is when they were at the gas station and Kid Cudi is at the pump, and basically Brittany Snow, her character, is like, if you shoot like the camera from like his his meat, bruh, it'll look like he's pumping it with it. And I remember I laughed and a bunch of other people laughed. It did a really good job at making it feel like comedic, even though it's still very serious as well. It's just, I don't know, man, it's just hilarious. And of course we got the moment later on where the dude's talking about, oh, I want this to be more than just a regular dirty flick. I want it to be cinematic. And then Wayne's character, he's bro, he literally tells this dude, hey bro, my meat is hard, grab it. And then he literally forces his hand onto his meat, bro. And everybody just started laughing at that, bro. That was probably the funniest part, or at least one of them. As I said before, I've only seen this movie once, of course, just a few hours ago. I can remember a couple more funny moments. There were a lot more probably, but a couple more I can remember is when Kid Cudi's character is like, he's like nude basically, and then the old dude is looking for his wife, so he comes over to is it a cabin? I don't know, bro. I don't remember. Like, it was like a house like on their land that they were renting. So he goes over to the house or whatever, and this dude is naked and his shit is just hanging out, bro. And then everybody is just like, Every like literally people just started laughing, bro, because his shit is just hanging out and he's like so nonchalant about it, and they've been trying to keep like everything so quiet the entire time about what they're doing there, and then that also leads up to like his death, obviously. I mean, spoilers, of course, it's in the title, so if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch the review. But that sets up his kill later, like, because the old dude thinks he's like smashing his wife, which is hilarious. I'm like, bruh, these old people are crazy, bro. Shit, my bad. It's still shaking. Yeah, these old people are basically crazy, bro. And then another one, which I think was supposed to not be like funny at all, was when after Jenna Ortega's character like wants to be in the movie or whatever, the character RJ, bro, he starts taking a shower, and when he's crying, I don't know why it was funny. It was just the way he did it. It was so comedic. And then he just tried to leave, which leads into a kill, which I'm not gonna get into the kills yet. That's another positive, of course. If you've seen the movie, they were great in my opinion. And then another one was when like basically like she threw like the towel at Jenna Ortega. That shit was funny, bro. Like there was just so many unintentional funny moments in this film that I found hilarious, and people in my theater were just cracking up at. I was in there with like a few other people. And so the next positive is the cast and characters. I didn't speak solely on them yet. Dude, this cast is great. Like they do a really good job acting wise, just making us care, man. Like I cared about everybody in the film to the point where like when they died, I was like, dang, bro, like it sucks knowing that we're not going to be able to see their characters again. And this is the kind of horror film, by the way, where it's like, it's like a standalone. Like I heard we're getting a sequel. There's already a prequel shot and it's being edited right now or whatever. I heard it's also getting a sequel as well, obviously following Maxine the Soul Survivor or whatever. But dude, every character I enjoyed, man. And I don't ever go into a horror movie, of all things, especially expecting to care about every character. Like that usually just doesn't happen. But I actually cared about all of them. So when they died, it was actually kind of sad, but they also went out in some really badass and gruesome ways. And of course, the two other characters, we have the old couple. We have Pearl, who is the killer, of course, of this movie. I like the way they wrote her character. It was pretty complex. It was like the reason for her killing, at least from what what I took from it, was she was kind of jealous. She was kind of remembering how things were when she was young, kind of being jealous of Maxine, which is also kind of funny because she's playing that character apparently. And then there's pictures on the wall in her house, and that's clearly just Mia Goth. Like in my opinion, that's what it looked like to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I thought that was pretty funny, but it was also pretty brilliant. Dude, the old couple, they were so creepy, bro, and the way they made me feel uncomfortable, that was like it was effective. Like I was uncomfortable a lot of the time when they were on screen, especially the old lady. She was doing a lot of weird stuff. Like she was started touching Mia Goth's character. She started touching Maxine, right? And then like it's our little secret and just like weird shit like that. She was really creepy. And then of course later in the movie she does end up in her bed, and the scene we saw in the trailer, that was a little funny. It was more funny in the trailer, but then she just started walking around the house naked, of course. But yeah, I thought her being crazy and her reason for killing made sense for the movie. She was clearly like insane as well. The old dude, he was also pretty crazy. From the moment he's introduced, he just pulls a shotgun on the guy, and he clearly just didn't remember that he was coming over to rent out the house or whatever. And he's a nut job as well. We find out he's kind of in on it. His wife does this like often or whatever, goes missing, and I'm guessing this isn't the first time they've done this. It might be, but who's to say? But I don't know. And my next positive is it just has a classic horror feel. I guess that can go hand in hand with like what I said about the setting and the atmosphere. It just feels like a classic horror movie. One of the big reasons because all the nudity. We do see that, I feel like, in some movies these days, but not like as much as it was in like some of the Friday the 13th movies. It really gave that vibe. Of course, mostly because it's centered around them shooting a dirty movie, of course. Just everything about it is just incredible. It just feels great. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels good. And so one of the last positives I have for this movie is the kills. They were all pretty good. And one of which I really liked because, dude, it's super hard for a movie to make me jump. Like, I just don't jump at movies. And there was one part of the movie where I jumped. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it really got me. But for the most part, the first kill is RJ. You know, he attempts to leave after Jenna Ortega chose to be in the movie or whatever, and he was upset about it. And he had that little shower scene, which for some reason was funny to me. It was just the way he was just crying. It was weird. And then he went to his van to leave, yeah, fuck you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna do this without me now? Let's see how you do without me here. And so he runs into Pearl, and she's at the gate or whatever, and you can tell she's concealing something because she has her left hand behind her back. And so he basically gets out to say, "Are you okay, ma'am?" And you know, she just stabs him in the neck like a bunch of times. It's done really brutally. A lot of blood just spews out. It's done really good. The effects were good. I'm guessing it was practical, but yeah, it was done really good. You have Wayne's kill, which is done pretty well. Basically, he's looking for RJ after he's been murdered. We know he's been murdered, but he helps Jenna Ortega's character look for him. And then he gets like the pitchfork through the eye, and then she covers him up with like the hay or whatever was on the ground. And then, of course, I don't remember the exact order, but then Kid Cudi just gets like a shotgun shot to the chest. Again, what I mentioned earlier, where the old dude thought like he was sleeping with his wife, which is funny. And then he just shoots him out of nowhere. Like, you think I don't know you've been sleeping with my wife because I, can't give her what she needs or whatever, and then just bow. So it was a pretty lame kill. It was just a gunshot. And I'm pretty sure it cut off screen when it did it, or maybe it didn't, I don't remember. And then you get the alligator kill, which probably could be the best one in the movie. That kill was really dope. Like, they kind of set it up a little bit. Like, they do something with the alligator where at the beginning of the movie, bro, Maxine, Mia Goth's character, is just in the pool laying back, and you see the alligator come toward her, and it's so scary. Like, dude, I was in my seat. I was like, dude, bro, just get out of the water. Stop, like, hanging on the edge of the pier. Just hop out. Like, it gave me anxiety, bro. So it was really effective, man. I really love how they did that. And most would probably look at that as like kind of like a kill setup, which it pretty much is, because Brittany Snow's character, she actually ends up getting pushed in the water by Pearl, and then the alligator just chews her up like viciously, and it was really well done. I really enjoy how that played out. And then here comes the second to last kill of the movie, which was Jenna Ortega's character. This is the part where I said I jumped, bro. Like, her character, like, she runs, she's like freaking out after being saved. Her hand got like her finger got kind of cut in half a little bit. I think the old man like bashed it or whatever, or maybe he took something sharp to it. I don't remember. But I think he just used his gun. And dude, she comes out just screaming, just starts running down the hallway, and then she runs out the door, bro. And this is the funny part, because I was expecting when she went into the hallway, boom, she was about to get blasted. So I was expecting it. But when they didn't do it, I was like, okay, they're not going to do it. And then she goes to like another hallway, and I expected them to do it then. And then they didn't do it. And then, so I didn't expect them to do it, like have her get shot or whatever. Then she just runs out the door. Boom. I said, oh shit. And then me and a couple other people did the same shit. I was like, dude, that was dope. 'Cause I don't ever jump from jump scares ever, so that was pretty dope. I like that. And there's a cool little effect where her like face is like showing her teeth or whatever, and then like she kind of like snaps back to life, which kind of kills the husband from a heart attack. And that's another funny comedy like moment. Like, dude, his character is this whole movie, like, his wife is wanting to smash or whatever. And then he basically, the whole movie's like, I don't think my heart can take it. No. And then he finally does it, bro. And then when he's doing that while Maxine is under the bed, me and the whole audience were kind of just laughing the whole time. Like, dude, this is hilarious. But anyway, he ends up dying from a heart attack after Jenna Ortega, after he shoots her and drags her into the house. She kind of makes a gurgling sound, and it shocks him, and he has a heart attack. And then the old lady has the nerve to talk about help him. He's having a heart attack, which clearly she has a mental illness or whatever. But then it leads to Pearl's kill, where basically oh my god, dude, I can't believe how many freaking comedy moments I left out of this. She shoots the gun, bro, and she flies out of the door, bro, and everybody just started laughing, bro. Like, I really love how they did certain things to make us laugh that may have not even intentionally really were there to make us laugh. Like, that shit was funny. She shoots the shotgun and it blasts her out the door. I was like, bro, what the fuck? And then Lorraine's character, she like oh yeah, she was out of bullets or whatever, and she walked out and she got in a car because the old lady, she can't get up or whatever. And then, dude, she just like backs over her head, and the effect is pretty good. It like splits her head in half. It's really dope. It was a really good kill. I enjoyed it. All the kills all around were good. They weren't like super inventive, but they got the job done or whatever, and they were decent. But with that being said, man, I know you're waiting for my cons. I wrote none. Dude, I literally was sitting on my bed like, dude, what didn't I like about this movie? There has to be something. I always dislike something about any movie, even movies that I enjoy. I even had a little nitpick about Batman, and I said that movie was basically perfect. Scream is my favorite horror franchise, right with Halloween. Its fifth movie, I had bad things to say about that. Dude, I don't have anything negative to say about this. Honestly, dude, I feel like in a few years, this is gonna be like, this is gonna be like a horror movie that just people are gonna love and cherish for like years to come, man. Like, this movie was really good. Like, it was, and I think most would say that's hard to say about a lot of movies these days, as obviously there's been tons of them made at this point, so it's really hard to make something super inventive and creative, like they just did with this movie. And I haven't seen any A24 movies. I've been saying I have to get into a lot more horror movies, because as much as I say I'm a horror fan, I still need to watch the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Like, I've seen clips and I've seen spoiler reviews, so I basically know everything about them, but I haven't watched them. So I need to watch more horror movies. But dude, this shit was incredible. That's all I have to say. I gave it an overall score out of 9.5. I rarely ever would say a movie is a 10, just simply because I don't think anything is perfect, so I wouldn't really get anything a 10 out of 10. So a 9.5, man. Now I'm feeling a strong 9.5 to 10 out of 10, man. This movie was great. But anyway, guys, with that being said, let me know what your thoughts on this film was. I enjoyed it so much. I thought it was pretty much a masterpiece. I wasn't expecting anything too great when going into this, and I came out of it mind blown, man. Like, it's great. If you have not seen it, go see it. Well, you wouldn't have watched this review, so you're probably gone by now. Anyway, guys, of course, like if you enjoyed, comment down below. As always, like I just said, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.